This is one of the city's biggest attractions. Allegiant Stadium opened back in 2020. And we are underway at Allegiant Stadium. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw right away is Watson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big play there on the first play of the game. 45 yards. Watson. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. First down.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there. And it's second down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
2nd and 10. They'll run for the first time with DeAndre Swift. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. DeAndre Swift. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars are on the board first here in Vegas. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. You look at this Jaguar defense. Against the pass, they're hoping to trend in the opposite direction because right now they're ranked number 26 in the NFL.
And those are the kind of plays that this unit needs to make because they know that going against a team of this magnitude and the way that they're playing, they cannot afford to let them get on a roll or chip away at their timing.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Now it's Herbert. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road, so getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Now 2nd and 5. Now it's Watson. And the Raiders have got him. Lee McNeil, what an effort to get in there and drop it.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as...
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line. Well, this defense for the Jags, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Here's 2nd and 4 from the 24. Thornton, the motion man right. Herbert jet sweep as he taps it forward. And a great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Still going inside the 20. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. He will push his way down to about the 14. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Second down and 8. Herbert now. Looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. And the Jags are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
It's caught by Mike Evans. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 48-yard line. From the gun, here's Watson. Flush to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
Now a 2nd and 10. They run out of the gun with Swift. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Raiders are going to get the football back at their own 17.
So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true. But you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it and let's go with it.
The Raiders in a very solid 4-1 here in the early part of the year. And they've come in on a nice run of recent form. 4 wins out of 5.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Here's Herbert. Got a man. It's complete to Jelani Woods. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 32-yard line. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, Gibbs will get it. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Justin Matabike there to bring him down. Here's 2nd and 10.
At the 33-yard line.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go up the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Herbert. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now Herbert going to change the look.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Now back to the ground. Here's Gibbs. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. From the 6 now on 2nd and 3. Another run for Gibbs here. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Here's 3rd and 6.
Go. Hey, Kaplan.
Here's Herbert. Going underneath, Gibbs has it. And he'll be tackled after a gain of 4. Still 3 yards short. 4th down.
It's 4th down.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. On now is the field goal team here as the Raiders will try for 3. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Well, still some climbing left to do to get back to even, but forcing a turnover and getting the field goal there, that's a small step toward erasing the early deficit.
Absolutely. That interception field goal, that's the beginning of what they hope will be several steps towards erasing that deficit and building a lead of their own by the time this game is over.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
And just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to deal with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room.
To throw is Watson. And this one is incomplete.
Oh, that's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Watson now to throw. Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last try instead of throwing the interception.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Now Watson. That is incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to grab and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And the Jaguars send out their punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And no return here. This one's going inside the 15 to the 12-yard line. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to
And that's caught inside the 30. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
And not only does Justin Herbert have one of the biggest arms in the game, I don't know that anyone throws a prettier pass. Every time he throws the football, I just want to slow it down and have it be a highlight type of a throw. And oftentimes it is, just as we saw there.
Back to throw here, Herbert. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Gibbs. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
Herbert. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick here is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, you know, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now. And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
So in Jacksonville territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Past the 20. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Now they send a man in motion right. Herbert takes it and just pops it forward. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Tyquan Thornton with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Raiders have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. And they'll have Herbert try and throw for it. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Faking the give. Now Watson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
Here's Watson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 44-yard line. He finds his target. It's Evans. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. They'll run. This is Gus Edwards. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
2nd down, 8 to go from the 28.
Here's Watson. Escaping the pressure right. The ball comes out, and this will get out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage. So fortunately, they're able to hold on to the possession. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. Back to throw, Watson. This one brought in by Jefferson. And they'll get this down to the 10. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
A very important 3rd down conversion right there, because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up 1st and goal.
They'll run here with Edwards. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Watson. Eluding the pressure right. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown! Gus Edwards, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And we are tied at 14. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the 2nd half. Downfield and caught by Thornton. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Trying the left side with Gibbs. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides, and there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now it's Herbert. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down.
Joshua Carty on for the field goal. A 56-yard.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now it's Watson.
Open man downfield is Lamb. It's complete. Down the right sideline.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
CeeDee Lamb.
67 yards.
And the Jaguars have retaken a third quarter lead.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Baylor Tigers. Baylor Tigers. Ready.
Herbert now. Flush to his right. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Understanding he's just down one possession, trying to make something happen by extending the play, but the coverage downfield was excellent. He escaped and bought some time, but that one goes incomplete.
Go.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32.
A loss of 9 on the play.
Now Herbert going to shift his guys around.
Hey, Kappa. Go. Hey, Ray.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. And the Jaguars are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They'll run with Edwards here to begin the drive. And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3. So both offenses come to life here in this third quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. This is 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Watson. This one caught by his tight end, Andrews. He's up to 87 yards receiving now, and it's a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Edwards now on 1st and 10. And not much doing there. Maybe a yard up to the 23. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
And the Jaguars send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Operating from the gun, Herbert. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
The Raiders on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 10. And Wilson in motion left. From the gun on 3rd down, Herbert. A throw left side, reeled in by the rookie wideout. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on 3rd down. And he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a first down.
Broke the 1 tackle, but couldn't spring himself free. 4th down for Herbert. Desperation time. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. From the gun, here's Watson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end, Andrews. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Out of the gun, they give to Edwards. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Out of the gun, Watson. Over the middle, complete. It's Edwards. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. But he's having a big game through the air, and sometimes those smart decisions just dump it off. That's how you continue to have big games through the air.
I agree totally. That's a great analogy, a great way to put it, because he doesn't get too greedy where everything has to be pushed downfield, trying to create big plays that aren't there. You dump it off and take that nice gain, and things add up, and now you have the kind of game he's having.
And Edwards trying to push forward, but unsuccessful. They stop him short of the marker.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They will indeed snap it to Watson. Flushed out right. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Raider D, they get the football back. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And can they take advantage? Their defense got the 4th down stop, and now they're hoping. On Hubbard, his 3rd interception. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop it down at about the 3-yard line.
But such a costly interception, nearly a pick six, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception almost cost them 6 points. Now their defense has to run onto the field, probably giving the quarterback a few side eyes along the way. They've got to see if they can stop a score.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. After the interception, here's Watson. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. Uchenna and Wosu got the sack there.
1st and goal looked like things were set up nicely, and now all of a sudden on 2nd and goal, Charles, a big challenge ahead of them.
And you have to know when you're this close to the goal line, things are going to happen faster, so you've got to get the ball out quick. Not going to have much time in the pocket before the defenders bring pressure.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Martin, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
3rd down, goal to go from the 8.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Well, if this defense can hold them to a field goal here, what a win that would be.
Not just a win on the possession, but psychologically take over the ball game. This started with 1st and goal, so they were in 4-down territory right from the beginning. I say you finish it off and go for the touchdown.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. And his kick is indeed good, and that'll make this a 7-point game. Now, from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
21.
Herbert.
He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
A big play looming on third down. Herbert going to throw.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
This one an absolute must. It's 4th and 4.
It's 4th down.
They snap it to Herbert. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it's looking like the Jags are going to win this football game. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Edwards. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps him in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively.
And he will have a Jaguars 1st down, and that ought to be the one that seals the victory.
It's a pickup of 5, and that should just about wrap this one up. This offensive line starting to win up front. You win that battle in the trenches, you can kind of wear them down here late.
So you bring in the second part to that equation, and that's the big running back, the big bruiser, who can get more than what's blocked and break a few extra tackles and gain yardage.
Now Watson. Mark Andrews, and he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good, and the lead now up to 14.
Chase McLaughlin set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here's 1st and 10.
Go. Hey, Kappa. Ready?
Herbert.
Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. One last throw here for Herbert.
He's got it complete to Gibbs.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Well, this was a very close ball game.